I apply your thinking to anything I'm doing professionally. Yeah. And because the thing is, if me and Nina didn't build what we had, I wouldn't apply that to a new relationship.
Okay.
That I've only applied that probably in the last 2.5 years. We've been together for almost 10.
That's
so,
amazing.
but leading up to that, there were definitely points where I was looking for the door and I was like, this ain't working. This is difficult. Why is it so? Because Nina's heart is clean. And like actually when and I know you're meant to compare people, but the comparative nature of looking at a woman who's standing in front of you being pure versus every other relationship you've ever attempted and how that falls down and where the limitations are, I'm just like, this is the answer. I've had to figure out whether it was me, and it ended up actually being me, because actually we've actually come full circle. So the person Nina was when we met is the person she is now. I've changed. So I went from this place of like, I was in a megalomaniac, like I want to do the biggest, best things possible. And I was just going for it. And I was like, you being by my side, who is a worldly person, hugely intelligent, will come with me and we'll do it together. And it's like, that's the plan. Yeah. But then really, like my method to doing that was so unsophisticated. Okay. I didn't have like resources to go and be like, right, so now I've got Sunday Show, how do I turn that into a Live Nation? I don't know. Like, so it became a limitation, and so I got frustrated with that, and I just went back into advertising. Yeah. And then I tried another thing where I was doing consultancy for music artists, and then I was like,
I remember,
and I was like, this ain't, I'm not really enjoying it. I'm just doing it because I can, and like because it's my business, but I'm not loving this. So I stopped and went back into advertising. I was like, actually, everything is back into advertising. Let me just do advertising and be the best that I can be. But then it wasn't until you build a family, and then you have a purpose that's greater
than yourself,
than what I'm doing. Yeah. Like what I'm doing is secondary. Like even Dope Bad Dads to it, like it's cool and it's amazing, but if it has to end tomorrow to preserve this, I'm preserving this.
I rate that.
Because and nothing matters, and that's where I feel like we get that
understanding.
Marriage is
what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I respect that.
But even within that, so yes, you have a direct purpose in terms of what I do, and I enjoy my job, and I enjoy my career, and I enjoy doing Dope Bad Dads. But then when I go home, that is my safe space. That's and I've built an amazing place where I can exist exactly as I am without apologising, and I don't want to lose that for anything. And so that makes me want to preserve it, because I can face the world when I have that. I can take on anything. It doesn't matter.
So basically, it's my mentality, because I know for a fact the way I am, I'm just like, I'll do it myself.
But bro, that's the thing. Maybe
I don't want to wait for no.
Maybe you're not ready. Like if I look at your journey and I think who the person that I met then versus now, the level of information you've received and how you've used that is exceptional. But at the same time, in terms of like who you are and how you want to commit to another person, there's a whole nother layer of work that has to go on top of that, and you've made it really clear you're not there yet. You're on your journey, you're aware of it, but you're not there yet. You're not picking out, and it takes so long. It's taken many years of me like being small, many tears, many dark days, bro, figuring out how I'm gonna be the person that I want to be. Like the influence that I want to have, the connection I want to have with my children. How do you raise children? How do you do that and keep your family, your home, your work happy? Like all of these things are real challenges, and so I don't think I have the answers. I'm just on my journey figuring it out. I've managed to do it with somebody, which is
I think what from knowing you all these years, what I do realise is that you don't have a set thing, and you're always willing to grow. So you're always, even though you. I believe you know yourself quite well, but you're always willing to challenge who you are.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of us, what we end up doing is we become so stubborn in our self-preservation and knowledge of self that we don't grow. We don't give ourselves or allow ourselves to grow, to be wrong about ourselves, which helps growth.
And tell you, those wrong days were expensive, man. The tax was high. It definitely was a rich time, but like, there was a point where like, I think it was 2012, where like, I always talk about this because I think it's important, is that I think I made 20 grand that year. And I know my rent was £15,000 that year. I don't know how I survived. I look at my wife and I was like, you're the reason why I survived. Yeah. I didn't have a North Star at that point. I was figuring it out. I was transitioning from one phase to another, and I wasn't sure where my energy was. And I looked at Nina, and she just took me. She just guided me. I was like, look, I'm here, I'm going to run and look after everything, and you just figure yourself out. And she allowed me the space and time to do that. If you do not have someone in your life, you just don't have anybody. Because having somebody around that's creating an expectation around you
No, I get it.
and adding layers and tax on top of you is ruining your ability to find that thing, to find yourself. So she creates space and time for me. Even with the kids now, like the amount of time I have to spend from home delivering dope black dads is counterintuitive to me being a dope black dad. She's never complained once. I don't even get an element of spice when I come home.
Yeah.
She's passionate about where I am, what I'm doing. If I tell her this channel got involved or this brand is trying to get in touch with her, she's excited for me. She's like, so how are you going to do it? Tell me about that.
Does your wife work as well?
Yeah, she has a full-on career. This is what I'm saying. When somebody's committed,
amazing.
She committed 2 years while I was figuring myself out. Dedicated herself. She worked. She was the breadwinner. She earned the most money by far and was looking after me. So in that 2 year period, she signed up everything I ever needed to know about who she was. It confirmed it. But in the last 2.5 years, where she's done that and watched how she's raised my children,
It just takes it
I'm
to a
like,
deeper
listen
level,
to me.
yeah.
I would defend that woman with everything.
That's why he says
I'm open to
there's
signing
nothing
it over.
that could happen that would make him want to see the door.
Because she's
Because
done
of that.
she's done the
That
work.
right there.
And
And I
you
rate
know,
your point of view because you know who you are.
Yeah.
You're not trying to be like, yeah, I'm gonna get married, and then you get in it. It's like, this is not me. You're in it like, I'm not ready. This is not what I do because I've got an exit plan. If it doesn't work, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Because you know that means you're aware. You have self-awareness of who you are and what makes you tick.
When does our self-awareness get in our own way? Because like
That's
you,
true.
like I'm not in a committed relationship, and like I know it's me. There's something blocking me from just letting go, like how you've let go.
Yeah.
Like I know something's blocking. As self-aware as I am, I know that I'm just not ready.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same for me too, though. I'm not in one, but I've realized there's after getting out of that long relationship that whether it's me or not, there's certain things that will make me tick, that will make me be like, I don't really want to do this. And I understand it's not right, but I understand it. So
Why is it not right?
it's not right because that's what we're saying, how self-awareness gets in our way. Because I know that I'm not going to put myself in a committed relationship because I know how I am.
Yeah.
So how because it seems like the three of us kind of have that in common.
But I wouldn't get in a relationship. This is gonna sound weird, but bro, unless it's the mother of my kids, I ain't chatting to you. I ain't having sex with you. We ain't going on dates. I'm not interested, my bro. Like if it doesn't work with the mother of my kids, I'm out. I just want to be a dad. There's no girl that can come to my life, which is weird. I don't know why.
Where's the
I'll be honest with you, and I think it's a personal thing. So, being a dad is more complex than I ever imagined. Because how can I raise a boy to be a man if I'm not a man? So with every day me learning how to be a man, that becomes the priority. And I can't promise any woman that you're going to be more important than my development in becoming a man.
Just to drop that
and my kids. And my kids are separate from another woman coming into the party. So I don't even want you to come in and play the mother. I don't even want you to try and play the mother. I want it to be very clear. I'm the dad, that's the mum. And if it means I watched my mum not bring home another man for years. So if I can do another 16 for my kids, and trust me, I swear on their life, fam, I would. She could all get into a relationship. I'm done. I want my kids to be men. And then once I've done everything I can do, I'm back out here. But until then, fam, that's my job, fam.
But you touched on the point